Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of Georgia Beer Reviews back at you today with another edition of Stout Sunday. All right. And joining me this morning, we have Mr. Jean-Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, down in the great state of Georgia. Good morning, John.
Good morning, John. Good morning, everybody. Hope y'all staying warm or staying cool, whatever part of the world you're in.
We've got Shane Fudge in the chat. You should get on here, Shane. It's been a minute since you've been on a Stout Sunday. I know you got some good stouts in that cellar of yours. We got Friar Tuck in the chat as well. Good morning to you, Friar Tuck. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and get right into it. John, what are you drinking this morning?
I am drinking the Bell's Porter, 5.6% ABV. Bell's Brewing, based out of Comstock, Michigan. And also they have a brewery in Detroit as well. So, yeah. And that's what I have.
A nice classic porter. I think everybody out there watching, if you can't get Bell's Porter, chances are you probably aren't looking hard enough. Their distribution's pretty good nationwide, I believe.
Very good. Yeah.
Okay, so I've got one. We'll see how this is. I think it's at least a year old. There's no date on it, but it's been in the back of Kate's fridge forever. This is from Pipe Dream Brewing Company out of Londonderry, New Hampshire. This is their Pop That Chocolate Covered Coconut. It's a 10% stout. So it probably, if it is a year or more, it should have aged pretty well, I would think. It's interesting. It's actually considered a sour stout. It says coconut infused sour stout. So
interesting.
Well, yeah, it is. It definitely sounds interesting. So we'll see. We'll see how it is. There's no, like I said, there's no date or anything on it, but I can pretty much guarantee you it's at least 8 months old. It's probably closer to a year because I know this has been in her fridge forever. So anyway, let's see. Craig Swenson is also in the chat. Good morning to you, Craig. And Miscellaneous Brew Reviews is, yes, you're right. It is better late than never. And Fryer says he likes the Bell's beers, and yeah, the newer labels are nice. I'm trying to think. There was one beer from Bell's that I didn't particularly care for. I think
is it the two-hearted
no, I like that one. It was one of their. It was like maybe a red ale or not their standard. They put out some kind of limited release beer at one point. I remember I just didn't care for it. It had like a weird metallic aftertaste. But anyway, yes, Bell's for the most part makes incredible beers. All right, so speaking of Bell's, let's just go ahead and I'll let you talk a little bit about your Bell's Porter.
All right, as I mentioned, Bell's Porter, 5.6%. And gets a very good score on Beer Advocate as well as Rate Beer. And on tap, they very much like it. As you can see, I'm pouring the beer right now. Not an aggressive pour. Nathan P, he had mentioned a comment that I kind of pour my beers kind of hard, but But anyway, here's what the porter looks like. Very nice head up top, very frothy. As you can see, good color. Yep, it's at $4.98. That's not a bad price for Murphy Stout. Yeah. So now, immediately you're getting the smell of coffee right away. I just got done eating breakfast. I think I might chug this instead of the coffee. I got some ice, like some iced coffee, so some sausage, some eggs, some ham, onions, cut it up, some cheese, a little Tabasco on top, I'm out of Tabasco, so I gotta run and get me some more. But
green or red Tabasco? What's your?
Just a traditional, but I want to try the green one.
Oh, you've never had the green? Oh, the green one.
I've never had the green one. Believe me, I know I will love it because I love spice. I love spicy food.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. So, but yeah, as I'm smelling right now, getting a sense of coffee. Definitely, it's a little minor scent of chocolate right in this right away. So, it smells great. So, we'll do our taste notes coming up.
All right. Let's see. So, for the Pipe Dream, Wish me luck.
All right. 10%. I think it'd be just fine. You're home.
I think so. I'm a little sour coconut stout. That's an interesting combo. All right, well, didn't pour with much of a head at all, which is it's gone. The head's officially gone. The appearance is very dark brown. I can actually see through it a little bit, or see the brown notes on the bottom of the glass when I hold it up to the light. So it's definitely not as dark as some of the stouts I've had, but I guess on the camera it probably just looks jet black. Okay, so it smells good. I'm definitely getting chocolate and coconut. A lot of coconut, actually, which is really nice. I love coconut beers. All right, I'm very pleased with the aroma. So you get the chocolate, you get the coconut. There's a little bit of like almost like a lactose type smell in there. You know, some of the like that sour note, I guess, is coming through a little bit. It smells surprisingly amazing, and there's no 10% alcohol on the nose. It doesn't smell boozy at all. The only thing that's really disappointing so far is that head. It's just kind of, there's just nothing there. But anyway, yeah, I'll get into it here. Let's go back to you and let you talk about the Bell's Porter a little bit.
Okay.
Get some tasting notes on that bad boy.
Yeah, so 5.6% is not too overly heavy. I mean, for a porter, you know, which is about the standard ABV for most of that I've seen. The Yuengling Porter, which I do have, I don't have, but I can get it. But the problem is that I'm fearful of the date, because I don't think that place has not rotated that beer in a while. So I'm kind of hesitant about buying it, and they only have it in a 12-pack. So I was like, because I've had all the other Yuengling beers,
right,
except for the porter, the black and tan, which I guess you could say it's the premium beer mixed with the porter, half and half. But and then of course the Hershey porter that I had from them. So, but most porters tend to stand about around that ABV. So, I've also, that was a brown ale. Abita has a porter too. I'm trying to think of which one, but anyway, coffee and chocolate definitely there. Here goes sip. Cheers.
Cheers, John.
I think it's a good balance. I say more coffee than chocolate in this. Very mild. It is there's a little hint of sweetness, but not overly, just slight. And definitely that roasted barley, definitely getting. But I think it's more coffee than chocolate in this. Yeah, this is quite good. Sorry about the phone. So let me put this on mute. Someone's going to call me again, so I'll talk to that person later. Yeah, definitely. That's it. It's really good, nice, not overly heavy, just a good, decent porter. And Bell's don't put out any crap. And I've had a lot of stuff from them. The Two Hearted Ale. I've had.
Have you had their double Two Hearted yet?
I have not had that. I had their Pale Ale. I've had from them as well. It's called the Midwestern Pale Ale. I've had that. I've had their what was it? They have a stout that I had one time. This is years ago.
The Expedition Stout?
Expedition, yeah. The Expedition Stout, yeah.
Yeah, I've always wanted to try the barrel age. They have a bourbon barrel aged Expedition Stout, but I've never seen it. I've only ever seen the regular one.
Right, and this is before I started doing reviews. You know, I started following Jay's channel and everybody else's channel at the time, and I started my channel in 2015. So when I had it, this is going back 2014, but the year before. And this is at this little spot in Mobile that I would go to, and they would have all these different craft beers. I'm like, oh, wow, you know, what's this? So they had something from Bell's, and I went ahead and got it, and I thought it was fabulous, and I was really feeling it, that stout that day. So so that is a really good beer. But anyway, they do very good beers, very good distribution, and this is a very solid porter. And compare it with actually pair it with your breakfast right now, steak and eggs or something like that, you know. So I'm gonna get my score coming up.
All right, sounds good. Can't go wrong with the Bell's Porter. Okay, so let's see how this pop that chocolate covered coconut is. Like I said, it smells incredible. Lots of coconut on the nose, which is very exciting to me because I love coconut beers. Speaking of coconut beers, we're talking about. Craig was in the chat asking about the Old Chub. That's by Oscar Blues, and they make one of my favorite coconut beers, the Death by Coconut Porter. If you like coconut and you don't like that beer, something's wrong with you. That's good stuff. So anyway, let's try this one. Cheers. Not bad. So,
and that's interesting. Sours tend to be, a certain, think of sours, just, a sour. But
I've had a few sour stouts over the years, but they've been pretty good. But yeah, it's definitely not a common thing to do with a stout. I will say that the coconut flavor is right up front in your face. You get a little bit of chocolate, and there is a sourness to it. I almost kind of feel like maybe the sourness isn't even necessary. If you take the sour component out of it, it would just be like a really good almond joy type, or like a Mounds type experience, just with that coconut and chocolate. But the sour note in there is pleasant. It's not bad. It just gives it a little extra. Ooh. The 10% alcohol. What 10% alcohol? There's no alcohol in this. That's a lie. Yeah, you could just guzzle this down. This is super, super smooth. The body is kind of medium. It's not super heavy. It's not really viscous and thick and motor oily, and which is nice because, when you get into that super sticky, thick range, it can be kind of a turnoff. So the mouthfeel is nice and pleasant, not too heavy. Carbonation is pretty much zero, though. There's nil with the carbonation. But with this style, a 10% high alcohol stout, you're not necessarily expecting a lot of carbonation. It's very smooth all the way through. I will say that the sourness, it's there, but it's not over the top, which is good because they could have really gone overboard with the sour notes in this beer, and I think it would have been a disservice to the other flavors, the coconut and the chocolate. It would have just kind of overridden those flavors. So it's a nicely balanced stout. I am pleasantly surprised. I figured with this being at least a year old, the fact that it's a sour type beer, I didn't know how it was going to hold up. But it held up very well, and the coconut flavor is just throughout the entire thing. It's really nice and in your face, and the sourness doesn't override the palate. So I'm digging it. Let's see really quick. We'll go back to the chat. We've got Friar Tuck says Saranac 4059 Porter. I've never had anything from Saranac. I don't think we get this. Well, we may now. I don't know. It definitely wasn't available when I was down in Georgia. Have you ever? You're on mute, John.
Saranac is mostly from the Northeast, right? I mean, somewhere up in New York, right?
Maybe, yeah. Honestly, I'm not sure. And thank you, Craig. Yeah, two of us this episode. We're doing a great job. That's right. John and John. John and John. All right. So yeah, let's see. I guess we go back around. If you're ready for a rating, you can go ahead and or you can sip on it a little bit longer. So whatever. If you're ready, though, you can go ahead and give it a rating.
Yeah, we could talk about our beers and some of our beer hunting and shopping. I got some goodies to show you that I bought.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
That I bought yesterday, so I'll be reviewing on my channel. But yeah, so getting back to this, I think this is really good, phenomenal, a excellent porter. I'm going to go 88 by 100 for this one. This is it was a real winner for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff and do a little show and tell what I have. This past weekend. Thank you for Trader Joe's.
Yes, Trader Joe's is nice. Unfortunately, the Trader Joe's in Acton, Massachusetts, I was working this past week, and there's a Trader Joe's the next town over. I stopped by, was pretty excited, thinking that I was going to find some Trader Joe's beers. but at the Trader Joe's up here, at least in that town of Acton, they don't sell alcohol at the Trader Joe's. So I was a little disappointed.
Yeah. And you know, these stores sometimes can, you know, they'll do stuff like that, you know, and then it's like, you know, I know some, unless they weren't able to pay the fee, pay the alcohol, the liquor license to sell, then, you know, probably, but unfortunately, you know, you're kind of at a disadvantage. But yeah, so this is what I picked up yesterday. Well, I did this yesterday. Like I said, I'm uploading this right now on the channel, the Trader Jose Dark. Wow. I was very impressed with this one. This was 5.3%. It reminds me a little bit of the what's the one, the popular one, Modelo Negra. Kind of that same sort of flavor, but you know, but this was decent. I mean, for the price. I mean, I won't put it up against that one. You know, obviously that would Modelo would destroy it, but it held its own. So, so that's the one I'm uploading right now. This is what I have here. This cracking Clapper barley wine ale with caramel malts and Cascade hops.
I guess I could pull you up. There we go. Wow. That's a Trader Joe's?
Yeah, this is brewed out of Campology Brewing, Waunakee, Wisconsin. So I guess but it was sold at Trader Joe's, and I ended up getting it. It said notes of toffee, raisin, and grapefruit, and the ABV is 9%. So, and if you look at that brewing company, Campology, CAMPANOLOGY Brewing.
So the Campanology, yeah, that's the brand. So they made a peanut butter porter or peanut butter cup porter a couple years ago that I remember Ron reviewed. So that particular brand, I believe it's just like, it's not exclusive to Trader Joe's because it's a contract type brew, but like, good luck finding it anywhere else.
Specialty stores, maybe like World Market.
I think, yeah, maybe it may be available, but yeah, it's definitely one of those brands that you're going to see mostly at Trader Joe's. And of course, the other one, that the dark, the Trader Jose Dark, that's of course only at Trader Joe's. But
this one also, I have this Winter Right double bock. This was let's see, it was a brewery company. So yeah, brewed by Joseph Brow Brewing Company.
Yeah,
right here. There's also a Trader Joe's thing right here, 7.5%.
Is that just a 12 ounce, or is that a big? It's hard to tell.
That's a 12 ounce.
Okay. It looked like maybe it was a bomber bottle there for a second.
So 12 ounce this one. So probably those two I'll probably do, since we're almost at the end of winter and of course daylight savings time. You know, so I'm trying to get those beers out of the way. Also, I got the Mountain Jam from Southbound Brewing Company in Georgia. This is where is it? Southbound Brewing, based in Savannah. This is one of their beers here. I picked this up yesterday. I'm gonna try this. Southbound.
Nice. Okay.
And then two from right here, Gate City here in Atlanta, in Roswell, Georgia. I got their OTP, their double IPA.
Oh, I haven't had that particular one, but I've had some Gate City beers. They're pretty good. So,
and I have the Tremendous Baltic Porter.
Oh, okay. I think I've had that one, but I don't know if I reviewed it or not. But yeah, I think I've had that one. There was you know about Taco Mac now that you're in Georgia.
Yes,
but,
very familiar with
it. They had it on draft at the Taco Mac, and it was really good. So,
with all the games today, I don't know. I might try to probably step one out, but then again, I'll probably just chill. It's still a little cold out there. And one more beer. This is a stout, and two more I got. Of course, it's another Joseph Brow beer that I bought. Also, the Pils, Czech Pilsner.
Okay, nice.
And also this here it's called the from Six Bridges Brewing Company here in where's Six Bridges? Here in Johns Creek, Georgia. This is their Silent Accord Milk Stout with coconut.
Oh, I've had that one. I've reviewed that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
So looking forward to trying these. So
not as much coconut as this one though. This one is just bursting at the seams with coconut. Which, by the way, I'll go ahead and give my rating real quick because I didn't do that yet. For the Pop That Chocolate Covered Coconut from Pipe Dream, this is actually, I'm going to give it a 96 out of 100. I am very pleased with it. I was not expecting the sour stout coconut chocolate combination to really be that good. Plus the fact that it's older and it's not barrel aged, I really didn't know what to expect. But yeah, 96 out of 100 for it. It's really good, and if you like coconut and chocolate, you'll be pleased with it. The sourness is not over the top. And here, I'll show you an interesting beer. Got this out of the back of Kate's fridge too, so I don't know how old it is, but it's I think maybe Bumpy gave it to me the last time I flew up here. But it's called Ahead of the Carve, and it's a golden stout brewed with pumpkin pie puree, coffee, graham crackers, whipped cream, and marshmallow. And there's no alcohol on it. I'm going to have to look it up. It may have been like printed on the bottom. Some of these companies, they'll do it on the bottom of the can, but if it was faded. It's faded. There is no ABV disclosure on this beer, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of research and see what's going on. But anyway, just an interesting sounding beer. And Kettlehead Brewing Company, they make really good stuff, so I'm excited about this one. They're actually out of, I know they're in New Hampshire, Tilton, New Hampshire. So anyway, and then I got some other stuff.
Okay. That's nice.
This afternoon at 1 o'clock, Michael couldn't join this morning. He's doing something with the family. And then so this afternoon at 1 o'clock, we're doing a Stout Sunday afternoon type show. So anybody that wants to join that is more than welcome to join. I think Josh is going to be there. Of course,
any Michael, stout, bring any stout,
any porter, any stout. Yeah, whatever. It's basically just like another version of Stout Sunday because Michael wasn't able to join and Josh wanted to join. So I was like, well, I'll just do another show at 1 o'clock. It's fine. And Michael had some ideas about possibly bringing like a couple of different beers and like doing like a taste off type of thing. So it'll just be like a, easygoing type of thing like this, but we'll keep it interesting somehow and do something a little bit different. But of course, anybody's welcome to join. Let's see. Whiskey Scout. So a golden stout is the same thing as a white stout, Whiskey Scout. And you have had, if my memory serves me correctly, you've had the Dragon's Milk White, 6% stout. That's the same type of thing. Golden stout, white stout, same thing. And good morning to you, Robert. Craig says he lives right next to Kettlehead. Craig, one of these days we're gonna have to meet up. I always forget that you're up here, and now that I'm not very far, we got to plan a meetup and an epic beer tasting event of some kind. And Fryer's asking me if this is the only. No, I've had a lot of Pipe Dreams beers. I've actually been to the brewery a few times. My favorite stout from them is the Almond Joy one, the Joyful Almond, I believe is what they called it, but it's basically like an Almond Joy in a glass. And that one was amazing. And let's see, Craig, that's going to be right here on my channel at 1 o'clock for the follow up to Stout Sunday. And yeah, so Friar Tuck is all. We're talking about buyouts, and we were the Saranac earlier. So Genesee, I knew Magic Hat had been bought out, and honestly, I thought that Magic Hat was gone. But when I moved up here, I went to this little place in Chelmsford called Brick House Pizza, and they had it in bottles there. And Magic Hat was one of the first craft beers that I actually really, really enjoyed and kind of kept me going on my craft beer journey. Sam Adams Boston Lager was the first craft beer I ever had on draft at a bar. I was like 18 when I worked at a bar in Alabama, and I loved it. Anyway, Magic Hat was one of the first ones I think that I had legally when I turned 21 that I really, really enjoyed. And I'm glad that I can still I know where to get it now up here. It's really the not quite pale ale is what they call it, but it's really, really a good beer. And yes, you are correct, JB. All we need is you. If you were here, then it would be the best panel on you.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks to everybody in the chat. We had a great chat this morning. I don't really have any other show and tell. Yeah, just look out for 1 o'clock. Be sure to check out Jean. He's got some good reviews coming up. Yeah, I guess we could wrap this up. There's no need to drag it out unless you got anything. You got any other shout outs or anything you want to talk
That's
about?
about it. I hope everybody did your thing. Change, spring forward your clocks and all that. And I know tomorrow morning, we will be paying for it when we get up in the morning, but this too shall pass. But which means that we're closer to spring, warm weather, getting out, and hanging out with friends outside and large gatherings. And of course, this week is St. Patrick's Day. So everybody, please be safe out there. Don't overdo it. I'm sure they got some today too. So
the groundhog did not see his shadow, so we're in for an early spring, apparently.
Yes, good. And everyone, just be safe out there. Have fun, and of course, the tournament starts on Thursday officially. And so, whoever your teams you're rooting for, fill out your brackets, all that good stuff. And fun time of year right now. And baseball is back. We got a deal done. So
baseball, yes, finally. And we're not losing too much. I think we're losing 2 weeks of the regular season, so still going to be like 150 games,
which they should reduce the season. Me personally, I think 140 would be enough. But
or maybe 100. Yeah.
My view of it, I know Jay disagrees, but
yeah. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and wrap it up then. Well, this is the shortest Stout Sunday ever, but hey, it's a good one. Thanks to Jean for being here. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your family, your friends, your food, your sports, whatever it is that you do on your weekends. And we'll see you here at 1 o'clock Eastern today for a continuation type Stout Sunday show with Michael, Josh, and whoever else wants to join. And then we'll see you all back here again next Sunday at 10:30 for the regularly scheduled Stout Sunday. And until then, hope everybody has a good one, and cheers.
Cheers, everybody.